You know that I'm feeling handsome. Oke, ngomong dari Bu Holla. Kembali lagi di channelnya Jejak Jam-Jam Ide. Sekarang gue bawa seseorang yang mungkin gak biasanya gue ngomong berdua kayak gini, baru pertama kalinya. Yang kedua kalinya sama Melia, dan yang kedua kalinya sekarang sama Dahlia. Dia asalnya dari Tiongkok dan udah lama di Thailand, sekitar dari Desember kayak gitu. So, jadi kita akan berbicara mengenai hot news yang sedang beredar di dunia global saat ini, itu tentang virus corona. Jadi di sini gue gak akan ngejelasin tentang virus corona itu macamnya seperti apa, kemudian dia itu ada kenapa. Cuman gue pengen memperlihatkan bagaimana perspektifnya orang Tiongkok terhadap penyakit ini. Karena kalau misalkan untuk pembahasan penyakit corona itu apa, itu lebih baik dan lebih bagusnya lagi oleh anak-anak kesehatan, dokter dan lain sebagainya, lebih terpercaya daripada sama gue siapa gitu. Nah, sekarang gue cuma pengen tahu perspektifnya orang Tiongkok, karena gue udah banyak melihat perspektifnya orang Indonesia dan bagaimana perspektifnya orang Tiongkok mengenai disease ini. Okay, so now we are going to talk about the corona virus, but before it, can you introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi everyone, this is Daria. Actually, I'm still a college student, which come from China, Shanghai. My major is economical law, but I'm also interested in international law, philosophy, just like biology. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. So how are you, Dahlia?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm
okay, welcome back to my channel now. And we are gonna discuss about the coronavirus that is the hot news today in the global world. Well, in Indonesia, in China, and in international issues. But here, what we are going to talk about is only about your perspective as the Chinese youth. So you will explain us about how's your perspective on this disease. But before it, may I know what is the coronavirus infection based on your perspective?
I think it's actually a disease that comes from a wild animal named it's a special type of bat in China, and the reason is just some the reason why it exists in China is because someone sell it and eat them.
What?
Yeah, in some wildlife markets.
Oh.
Yeah, and actually it's about it's attacked your lung, but people always don't die from that. They just die from other pulmonary complications. It means just like the infectious patients, they have other disease and they die from that.
As I got the news that today from the BBC of Indonesia, it told that 106 are died.
Yeah, mostly in China.
Yeah, mostly in China. But it's not more than MERS and SARS when 2002, like until 2004, 4,515 like they are infected.
Yeah,
they're infected by this disease. So you mean that the people who are die is not only about this coronavirus, but also about other diseases?
Oh, it's mostly other diseases.
May I know when do you know this disease?
It's actually about January 7th around. I heard that from my friends, and almost every friend are talking about that. Just one day I suddenly find everyone is talking about that.
Yeah, I see. When I read the news and when I saw many facts that told that in the Journal of the Lancet, and this disease is like the SARS Yeah, it's like the SARS, but it's different. It's
Yeah,
different,
it's
but
different.
it's like same with other factor, and also based on the Journal of Medical say that this disease is because, as you said, the people who eat
Yeah.
like the snake, bat, and also other animal that are normal for the normal people.
Yeah.
Maybe sometime like me as Indonesian people told that the people at the bat, the snake, it's really unique for me. It's really unique because in Indonesia we don't sell, we don't
Yeah.
eat. So now, how dangerous is coronavirus based on your perspective?
Actually, I have seen the sign. It's how to say that. Do you know Garcia Marquez? It's a writer actually. He wrote a book named "Love in the Time of Corona," and it means if you are in Wuhan, you can write 10 book stories about that, like that. It's quite heavy, and I think just it's not just about the disease itself. It's something like atmosphere of terrified and scared. People are in this scared, and they can't and they are there to go out for their normal routines.
But why does this disease occurs?
The occurs because of the bat. Yeah, they just there are a lot of kinds of wildlife there actually. Yeah, a lot of rare animals actually.
As I know that the data from the Center for Disease Control, I mean the data from CDC, it called Center for Disease Control, told that when SARS in 2002, there are 1,800 people who are dying in this world because of this disease. It called SARS in 2002, and some of Chinese people, they eat the vessel.
Yeah,
they eat the vessel
in Guangdong province.
Yeah, in Guangdong. Yeah, it's right. They eat vessel. So now the other disease
occurs.
Occurs like coronavirus.
Yeah.
It because the people at the bat, snake, and also other animals.
Emang apa sih nggak boleh? Sombong amat.
I'm curious for this disease. Is it normal for the Chinese people to eat bat, snake, or other animals?
No, actually, 18% of the Chinese don't eat the strange animals, and they look strange, they eat also strange. Yeah, but because China is a quite large country, because of the diversity, it is consisted of 56 nations actually. There are diverse all kinds of people here, and someone just like that. But actually in these days, in the Weibo, it's a Chinese kind of Instagram. Yeah, and young people just so other young people and me just think it's actually unfair to ask someone, especially for the doctors, to take the responsibility for it's it's actually unfair to ask the whole people to take responsibility for some people, especially for the people who sell and eat the wild animals in the market. Yeah, it's unfair and inhuman actually. And do you know that the doctors just come from all the cities and to Wuhan? Even it is so heavy, it's a serious it's a serious situation there, but they just came there, and the medical condition is very bad actually, because too many people are there, and they just all the citizens in Wuhan come to the hospital and ask for their therapy. They just lack of the goods and medicine resources there. Yeah, some of the doctors, they work day and night, and and some even were passion now. Yeah.
Want to know about your perspective and how should government protect this disease?
Well, actually, there is a aspect. There is a voice in the people complaining about that government. The outbreak of this flu, actually, sometimes it's just because when the first patient occurred, but the Wuhan local government just don't take care of it, and it want to cover it up. Yeah, they just think, oh, it's a coincidence, and they don't take the actions in time, so it occurs now so broadly. Yeah.
Yeah. And lastly, I'm curious about what will you do as the Chinese youth to face this problem?
Yeah, actually, there is a interesting phenomenon is people in China, especially for the young people who can use the internet and Instagram, they just volunteer to send their money to the Wuhan province and buy thousands and billions of masks to for the doctors there. On the one hand, government don't give the medical resources in time, but that's not actually it's not the fault of government, because China is really large, a lot of people, so yeah, it's very hard. And on the other hand, the young man in China is very solicitous in helping others with some kind of national spirit. Yeah.
I see. Okay, I think it's enough. It's enough for our discussion today. And thank you for being a good speaker here, and it will be share about your perspective as the Chinese youth about this disease. And also I am as Indonesian youth, and also because of my friends are studying in China, especially like in Wuhan, in Beijing and other cities. I think we are as Indonesian youth, we just able to pray for the Indonesian people, for the Chinese people, and for all people who are in China now, because sometimes like the people who are staying in Wuhan, they get the isolations, they cannot get out, and also they cannot get in, and if they are still in Wuhan, they just still in Wuhan, they cannot get out.
It's blocked actually now.
It's blocked. I hope as Indonesian youth that this disease will not spread for our nations, and the Chinese government and all government from all countries can solve this problem. Because it's the serious problem, but sometimes the most important thing that we have to keep our health, like to eat for the dinner, breakfast, and then also lunch, and also to have the sport and some kind of thing that can keep our healthy, especially.
I think it's time for Chinese to know they don't need to eat wildlife.
Okay.
It's not.
So buat kalian yang sudah menonton, merci.
Merci.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you feel that this video is important, you can share to everyone all over the world. Thank you so much. See you and bye bye.